I was diagnosed with all kinds of illnesses. I was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type. And then they said I didn't have that. That it was just psychosis. Then they just said it was schizophrenia because it wouldn't go away. And I just want to say that huffing gasoline does not cause schizophrenia, and that's what they're saying. Huffing gasoline just makes you trip, makes you see things, hear voices, see things. You look like holograms, and it's like you're telepathic. It's almost like you can like sense people who were talking about you and stuff like that. But it doesn't cause schizophrenia. I mean, I've been on all kinds of medications. I've been on geodone, Haldol, Resprol, um, prolixin, abilify, what else? Oh shit, xyprexa. Uh, but overall, the best ones are Haldol with congentin. And if you get constipated, I recommend Colace with it. Like right off the fucking bat, cause right off the bat you're gonna get constipated. And I recommend Colace with Haldol and congentin. Colace is just so you can like have a bowel movement. It's really good stuff. But a lot of hospitals they don't want to give it to you. They give you some other shitty stuff that makes you go psycho. I don't know why they do that. Why don't they just give you the medicine that you want? It's just Colace. It's almost like they don't want you to shit. And another good one is the prolixin pills. I don't like the shot. The shot is like scary. But the prolixin pills are good. That's what I recommend for people who hear voices and see things. It's just prolixin and Haldol. All the other shit like abilify, oh that shit is horrible. It makes you want to hang yourself. And then the geodone, you can't sleep. And you take benedryl for just sleep, and then they want to give you this other benadryl that's long lasting and it's like really shitty. It's not like the ones you buy yourself at the store, the pink ones. And the thing about the geodon is that you like you have really bad nightmares and you can't sleep. Yeah, that's what happened to me, anyways. I don't know about anybody else's case. But huffing gasoline does not give you schizophrenia. All you do is see shit and hear things. But you might feel things too if you close your eyes for a long time. But if anything, I recommend people, like men, to just open a window and get fresh air from your house. I don't trust these air conditioning companies giving us Freon in the air conditioning system, making people go crazy and shit like that. Like it's better than oxygen and shit like that. It's like fresh air. Just open a window or two in your house and ventilate, so you don't start seeing like little faces on the ground, bee type things crawling on you, like stingy things, make you want to put a sweater on. This is what happened in like jails and shit like that. Like it's happening in Tucson. I couldn't get fresh air and I don't go crazy and shit like that. Eat bugs, trip out, think I was in the jungle, eating the crickets. They're like, they'll make me trip. They'll make me trip crickets. I would eat them. And then I would go on a trip with those fucking things. But I mean that's my top recommendations is Haldol and prolixin. I prefer the prolixin though. I took Haldol Pergot with congentin for 3 years in a psychiatric hospital in El Paso, Texas. This was called El Paso Psychiatric Center, over there by the border by Juarez in Texas. And I mean, that's why they wanted to give me Respidol, but Respidol just just makes me freak out. It's really, to me, it was bad stuff. I didn't like it. And the bill, like I said, the geode, and then what else did they give me? Cyprexa, it just makes you gain weight. Like the Invega, it makes you gain a lot of weight. The Cyprexa and the Invega. I mean, I was taking the hell off from the very start here in Provo, Utah, but they gave it to me, the Invega, they gave it to me with Cyprexa. The Haldol, I mean, the Haldol, they gave it to me with Cyprexa. It's like they want you to go crazy. It should have just been the Haldol, and then and with just the Haldol with the congentin and the colace, and and as for the, I didn't like the Cyprexa. It dissolves and shit. That, but they can give it to you in a shot too. And if anything, another one that used to calm me down, that they used to calm me down, but I didn't like, was the, what's it called? What's it called? It's like Benadryl. It's like Benadryl, but it's not. I forgot what it's called. If I can think of it, I'll talk about it later. But but if you don't take the congentin with Haldol, you'll cramp up. Your legs will cramp up, and you won't be able to use your legs. I've heard some people be on medication, but I don't know what type of medication they were on, where they couldn't move their body. They would just wake up in jail and say, "I can't move." They wanna give him his breakfast, and he's like, "I can't move." And so they're like, "Whoa." That's why I didn't take the Haldol. There was another one I got back in the day. It was like an $8,000 shot they gave me. That I don't remember the name. That was in Tucson. I don't know. I forgot what it was. And but they say Haldol's in the future, like some medications like Haldol and the other drugs, they can cause like osteoporosis, like your bones to break or become brittle. And they tell you shit like nobody dies from osteoporosis. And you're like, fuck, dude. Like they're just gonna fuck you up even more. And yeah, I didn't like that. Those news that they gave me makes me not want to take supplements. But Huffing gasoline does not cause schizophrenia, psychosis, or schizophrenic disorder, bipolar type. That's true. You just need air. You just need air. And if you eat your own semen, sperm, you wake up, you go crazy. But you can control it with a vitamin by omegas. It's like 3 pills you take a day or twice a day, like every 12 hours, like twice a day or once a day. You can even take it 3 times a day, but omega is what controls you from not flipping out in fresh air. And just keep eating your own sperm and semen and shit. So then you can stay awake. And as for Huffing gasoline, I would see shit one of the trippiest parts in Huffing gasoline where I stopped was where I was laying in bed and I was huffing gasoline, and this woman started talking to me. But at first it was all these girls. They were like, "Sleep with me," and I'm like, "Shit." And I was all fucking huffing gasoline out of a can, smelling it, like smelling it with my mouth like this. And I would shake the can. It was like that much of gasoline. It was like premium, and it was fresh. And I kept huffing it, and all of a sudden this girl was like, these people were like, "Sleep with me, sleep with me." And I'm like, "No, sleep with me, sleep with me." And she was like, "You're a big boy now, and big boys like to do big things." And I would see other shit, but it's not important. But like I would see, like my blinds turned to stars, like my curtain turned to stars. People going to the theater inside my closet, fighting over like these little balls that would shine.